Behold, the pale horse. The man who sat on him was death, and hell followed with him.
In Ethiopia, 7 million people are threatened by starvation. Thousands have already died. The famine caused by drought is the worst in living memory, and now the rains have failed again for the third year in succession. The famine caused by drought is the worst in living memory, and now the rains have failed again for the third year in succession. The relief organisations are doing all they can, but there just isn't enough food to go around. One of the worst hit areas is in the north of the country, where the problem has been complicated by two secessionist wars in Eritrea and Tigray.
Dawn, and as the sun breaks through the piercing chill of night on the plain outside Coram, it lights up a biblical famine, now in the 20th century. This place, say workers here, is the closest thing to hell on earth. It lights up a biblical famine, now in the 20th century. This place, say workers here, is the closest thing to hell on earth.
I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, "Come and see." And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. And his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him.
Behold, a pale horse. The man who sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. Behold, a pale horse. Behold, a pale horse. Behold, a pale horse. The man who sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him.
GNC flight.
90 seconds and counting. The 51L mission ready to go.
In Los Angeles, where it is 3 hours earlier than Florida, NBC's affiliate KNBC decided to cover the launch live.
This is a special report from Channel 4 News. Good morning, I'm Ken Chocnick in Space Shuttle Challenger. It's just a few seconds away from blasting off from the Kennedy Space Center near Cape Canaveral, Florida. Let's take a look right now. Challenger finally getting ready to leave KSC. It's launched delayed a couple of times because of weather and mechanical problems.
T-minus 15 seconds.
The voice of launch control, Hugh Harris of NASA.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Liftoff off the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
Challenger going into its roll. That's planned.
Good roll
Watch it
program
spiral
confirmed.
away from Pad 39B, the
Challenger
first
now
use
heading
of Pad
downrange.
39B since the old Apollo days and the Skylab missions. It's chilly in Florida. Icicles formed on the pad overnight. NASA
Engine's
engineers
getting
were concerned
throttling down
that
now.
they might have broken off during the
94%.
launch and affected
Normal
the
throttle,
fragile
most
heat
of the flight
protection
at
tiles
4%.
that protect the shuttle on its way back in during re-entry.
Challenger, go and throttle up. Challenger, go and throttle up.
This shuttle mission will launch, my God,
1 minute 15
There's been an
seconds.
explosion.
Velocity 2,900 feet per second. Altitude 9 nautical miles. Downrange distance 7 nautical miles.
this is not standard. This is not something that is planned, of course. I can see a solid rocket booster has broken away from Shuttle Challenger. That's what you're looking at in the middle of your screen. I cannot see the shuttle itself. I don't know if it's able to continue on one rocket booster. If it's able to jettison that rocket booster, it will be able to return to the Kennedy Space Center. Perhaps. The shuttle engines are not enough to power the shuttle back down. It would have to
Controllers
shut
here
down.
looking very carefully at the situation. Obviously a major malfunction.
I hope they were able to survive. I hope the
We have no
astronauts...
downlink.
We have absolutely no sign at all of the shuttle itself. All we saw was that one explosion only about a minute into the flight. And we saw the solid rocket booster. Now here's something coming down. I don't know what that is. I don't think that that's the shuttle. I believe that's a piece of debris that's coming back earthbound. I don't know. It's too small for the shuttle itself. Pieces falling out of the sky.
This equipment is known as an off-axis rotator. Studies on the ground have shown that movements of the eyes accurately reflect what happens in the inner ear, that system that helps humans stay balanced. For example, while the body is spinning, the eyes naturally move in the opposite direction to the motion of the head of the body.
subsequent investigation found was that there was some evidence of bits of debris and
those wild places, and I feel so
some evidence
alive.
of bits of debris and debris and
Elemental lives, you're beautiful, you're beautiful. Elemental lives, she's beautiful, she's beautiful. Elemental lives, you're beautiful, you're beautiful. Elemental lives, she's beautiful, she's beautiful. I found in wilderness, elemental light. You're beautiful, you're beautiful. Elemental lives, she's beautiful, she's beautiful. I found in wilderness, elemental light. You're beautiful, you're beautiful.
Okay, how do you hear me now?
One little switch. We got you loud and clear.
Well, we're going to show you a sunset.
Okay, we like that. Looks like it'll be a sunset over Madagascar.
Yep, and it should be a pretty one.
Fantastic.
born in Lithuania, in Vilnius, and this
country in my times was sacred. There were sacred rivers, there were sacred forests, there were sacred wells, there were sacred animals, there was sacred earth which had to be kissed in the morning and in the evening, and prayers had to be said. I saw all that in my childhood. We fled from the Soviet regime to Germany, and in Germany was bombing, but anyway, we had just that one road to go to the west. I got my PhD in Tübingen University in '46. I was actually #1 student who got PhD after the war, and this was the first university to reopen after the war. So I plunged into the studies right away. So then when I came to America, I was already Dr. Gimbutas, and I had published by then several books. And I saw that I have something in my hands. Of course, now I probably never would dare to go and speak to professors and ask for a job or possibility to work. At that time, I could.
Tonight is a historic occasion, the world premiere of the Civilization of the Goddess. Together this evening to celebrate the publication of Maria Gimbutas's most recent volume in her series of groundbreaking studies on old Europe's goddess civilization. This one entitled Civilization of the Goddess, The World of Old Europe. This massive tome completes her goddess trilogy of progressively more detailed and ever more expansive studies that began with goddesses and gods of old Europe and was followed by the language of the goddess. We have also turned out in large number tonight to honor Maria for her monumental contribution to knowledge, for restoring our true but buried history to us, for literally excavating it from the depths of Mother Earth, and for bringing it out into the light, so that together we may bring about a reflowering of life on our planet as soon as possible. Welcome, Maria Gimbutas.
Something is always happening. But when it happens, people don't always see it, or understand it, or accept it.
Fantastic.